Good day, everybody. Still getting the bugs out on this thing. This is our first episode of the Sci TV podcast. If you don't know what a Sci TV is, you're only on the YouTube page. There's a lot more. Yeah, we give sneak peeks. We give we give some free stuff away. We have exclusive shows that are coming straight here to Sci TV on YouTube, but a Sci TV is actually like its own thing. You've got Netflix, you've got Hulu, you've got Amazon Prime, you got HBO Max, you've got Discovery Plus, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. You got all of these streaming platforms, all of these streaming networks. And there's one more that you don't even know about yet. We're the best kept secret in streaming television. Today, a little bit later here, we're going to be talking to, just in a few minutes, talking to Stephen Pearcy from RATT, also from the Sci TV original documentary, Nothing to Lose, a Stephen Pearcy ROCKumentary. Iowa. I have way too many of these damn things. Like a Sci TV, we film television shows all over the country. We're constantly on the road. And I, for some reason, of course, there's a Starbucks in every city, and I always have to get one of these mugs. They're very good mugs. It's not, without a purpose. I mean, yes, I sometimes collect things, unnecessary things. At one point, this whole home office here was completely covered in Funko Pops. Yeah. For some reason, I got rid of them, okay? I grew up quickly. But now it's Starbucks mugs. And they're, like I said, they're very good mugs, nice and sturdy. I've only broken one out of like 55 that I have right now. They have them for every major city, every major state, all the states. So anyways, this podcast is going to be all about a Sci TV. Yes, that rhymed. And again, a Sci TV is not a YouTube page. This is the addendum. This is where we're going to throw all the fun stuff. You can go back a long way here on a Sci TV. This YouTube page has been around for 11 years, way before a Sci TV. We've only been around for 7 years. And this used to be my personal page. So like, I know a lot of it's hidden now and it's unlisted or whatever it is, but there's a lot of like stuff of like my son when he's like 3 or 4, maybe even younger, like running around being goofy. There's like my old bands. There's old pro wrestling stuff when I was a pro wrestler. And there's all these old personal things from like 10, 11, 12 years ago. That's not really meant for you. So if you happen across that stuff, just ignore it. I'm in the process of moving that stuff. But there's a lot of it. There's literally years and years of band stuff, me singing and jumping around on stage. And there's years and years and years of pro wrestling. I think there's so much pro wrestling stuff from when I was a pro wrestler and a pro wrestling promoter. So this YouTube page is like ancient as far as the internet age goes. So like my son's 13 going on 14 now. He's in the other room playing video games. And there's some stuff on there when he was just a little boy jumping around, and it's so cute, and I love watching that stuff, but it's not meant for you. So if you happen to cross that stuff somehow and it's on the Sci TV page, you can watch it if you want to. It's out there, but it's not meant for you. The stuff that's meant for you is like this. And we have like a game show called Top 5 Dead or Alive that's going to be exclusive to YouTube. We're going to have obviously the Sci TV podcast. If it's a video, is it still considered a podcast? I don't know. Anyways, this is going to air on our YouTube page, our Facebook page, and hopefully it's airing right now. That would be cool. Let's find out. Let's see if we are actually, it says live now. I don't see my face moving around on there, but I'm sure it's there. Let's see. This is the first one. There's bugs. Okay. There's bugs. They're crawling around. I see my face on the Facebook page. Yep. I'm wearing the right shirt. It's a 10-second delay. So it's really weird. Yeah. I did a test earlier and it's still just really weird. It says we're on YouTube, but I don't see my flapping head moving around. Let's see if it's on. There it is. Okay. So all is a go. Plus, we're going to take this podcast. We're going to put it on a Sci TV as well. So even more content. And comments are open. And I just learned that we have like a super chat thing where you can send us money. That would be great if you do send money throughout this podcast, this episode. We're going to send it to one of our charities that we work with. Also, we can do polls. I'm going to do a poll real quick right here. Let's see. Did you watch Nothing to Lose Sci TV? Yes or no? Simple as that. Boom. And we also have memberships and everything if you want to support a side TV. It takes a couple bucks. It takes a few bucks, man. Let me tell you, to travel all around the country filming over 35 TV shows. And somebody already said no, they didn't watch it on a side TV. Well, you're the people that we're doing this for. Because if you haven't got a side TV yet, first of all, what are you waiting for? It's only $5, 17 cents a day. And yeah, man. There's over hundreds of hours of all original commercial-free entertainment on there. It's really a network like no other. We film all of our own stuff. Not even Netflix or Hulu can say that. So it's a labor of love, and we really want you to be a part of it and check out the shows. I know if you're tuning in to listen to hang out with Stephen here and ask him some questions here, you want to watch. Well, there's only one way to do it. Let me show you right now. I forgot I have banners that should be running here. Create a banner. I don't want to create a banner. I'm learning all this stuff. Boom, look at that. See, I'm doing stuff. I did this little right here. You see this right here? Gotta go the opposite way. Boom. That's how you watch the full documentary. Yes, we've given away some teasers. We gave away the first 15 minutes and 2 other sneak peeks. We got one more coming. And that's only going to get you like a half hour of the almost 2-hour documentary. It's all about Stephen's life. It takes you from his mom's house in San Diego all the way to the Whiskey A Go-Go on Sunset Strip. Live music we're playing. I mean, it's lots of surprises. It's just, as a RATT fan, as a Stephen Pearcy fan, Stephen Pearcy is the reason I wanted to be a singer. Bobby Blotzer was the reason I wanted to play drums. I got to do both of those things because of Stephen and Bobby, and just to be able to film this and produce this and work with him and his amazing fiance, soon to be wife, Christy Adair. It's just a big honor, and it's really cool to have this attached to a side TV, which is also a labor of love. Still haven't heard back from Stephen yet. I've sent him the link, and hopefully it's about that time. We're about 6 minutes away from when we discussed it, so I am not going to rush the man. There's plenty to talk about. Again, a side TV is available right here. I'm glad I put this so I don't have to keep saying it, because normally I'd be like, a side TV available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and asidetv.com. I wish there was room for the rest of that pitch where I could be like, well, there's hundreds of hours. And if I know there's a lot of rock and roll fans tuning into this episode, but next week we're going to be talking to another person who has a show on a side TV. And it's, I'm not sure exactly who it is yet. I got it narrowed down to like 5. There's a lot of pro wrestlers on a side TV. I used to be a pro wrestler as well. That's kind of the link, how I met all of these other people. And they're just awesome people. And it's not wrestling. It's not like in-ring stuff. This is like their lives and their times. And everyone from Doc Gallows, who used to be Luke Gallows with WWE, Amy Duma, who's Lita with WWE, Evilise, Mike and Maria Bennett. If you're not a wrestling fan, you don't know these people. If you are a wrestling fan, you love these people. Chelsea Green has a show coming up pretty soon where she's going to be in a bikini walking around on the beach. Are you going to tune in for that? Yes. There's so many, and I swear, Heath Slater, formerly in WWE, he's just Heath now. Him and his family have a show. There is a lot, and I have to do something real quick. I'm not going to cut the feed to do it because I just realized. Hang on, I'll look at the logo real quick. There you go. All right, there it is. I just realized I had to plug this thing in. Every router, I have Xfinity because apparently it's the best, but every router only has like 4 inputs into the back of it, which is crazy because who has less than 4 or less things to plug into your router? I know I do not. So it's still saying I have an unstable connection here, even though I just plugged it in directly, which that makes no darn sense. It should be just fine now. Let's hope. There we go. Okay. Anyway, it's our first time. I have a podcast. That's my personal podcast. That's where I talk about everything, not just a sci TV, but everything, politics and stuff I like. I bitch a lot on that show. I complain way more than I should. I'm just a grumpy ass old man, and I'm cool with it. It's my therapy. It's my outlets. And if you like that kind of stuff and you want to join that conversation, please do so wherever you listen to podcasts, on Apple and Spotify, all whatever. Yeah, we're still a few minutes out here. I started this early because I wanted to build up a little base. We got like 20, 30. It keeps going up and down. People watching right now. And to you people, I want you to get a sci TV, not just because, yay, I get $5 a month. It's not really about that. These are stories. This is the story of Stephen Pearcy. You've seen the clips that we gave away on here. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be watching this live stream right now. You've seen the clips, and obviously, like hundreds of thousands of you. We got some, I didn't even see that we have some comments here. My bad. Super chat. Did it just say super chat, or did you send a super chat? That's kind of cool if you did. Oh, look at that. I can add like truck trailers, like the ones you pull on the back. I'm an RV guy. I love RV. I want to live in an RV one of these days. I know what you're saying, brother. I appreciate that. Let's see here. What does Brian got to say? I watched a bunch of those. Crazy he met a neighbor at a concert 20 years later. Same kid who saw him get hit by the car. Yeah, man. You got to watch the full documentary. Yes, there is a subscription involved. It's $5 a month, 17 cents a day. Skip out on one Starbucks coffee a month. And you can get a sci TV. There's hundreds of hours. There's travel shows, food shows, paranormal shows, lots of wrestling shows. Like, again, it wasn't meant to be a wrestling network, but I'll be damned if it didn't turn into one. What do we got here, Brian? Steven's wife, not only beautiful as can be, but cool business partner. You know, before we get Steven on here, hopefully we do. I haven't heard back from him. Yeah, I'm not going to give away his phone number. Okay, good. Yeah, Steven's cool as shit. And I haven't known him that long. I've only known him for probably less than a year, to be honest with you. I just reached out and said, hey, man, I run a television network, and I would love to. Okay, you don't drink Starbucks, Philip? Well, then give up a breakfast burrito once a month. I know that's hard. Like, I want a breakfast burrito at all times. Every day I wake up going, breakfast burrito, but give up something that costs $5. It's your Hail Mary for the religious types out there. Give up something good. And we're going to talk about RVs because I'm in, brother. We could skip the whole Stephen Pearcy thing. We could just forget all about it. And we could talk RVs the whole time. I'm sure that would upset just about everybody. I have a 92 Winnebago Warrior motorhome. Yes, they are great. Great for gigs. No hotel bills. Yes. See, what I do in SI TV is I travel the country. We have shows in every corner of this country. I just got back from filming in Philadelphia with Ring of Honor and the Bennett, Mike and Maria Bennett. You may know Maria Canella. She was on The Apprentice, and she's one of the most popular female personalities ever in pro wrestling. Just got to film an episode of their show out in Philly. Next week, we're going to be in, not next week, but the week after, we're going to be in Tampa, Orlando, and Jacksonville, and a town called Gatorville, where we're actually going to be filming alligators and manatees. That's 1 week. And then there's a cooking show. And then we're out to Vegas at the end of the month to film more with Stephen Pearcy, which we're going to talk about. And yeah, man, it's and then we got like shows out there with Meow Wolf and another cooking show out there, a show with Renee Paquette, who used to be known as Renee Young with Fox Sports and ESPN and WWE. Man, that Vegas shows out there. Then we got to go to New York for the New York Ham show. And there we have shows literally in Seattle, Phoenix, everywhere. So to be in an RV, man, I'm a Class C guy, since you're asking. To be in an RV and just no plane tickets, no hotels, I love that stuff, man. I can't. I watch a show. I watch a lot of YouTube shows. I watch like Kara and Nate and Trenton Alley and Van City Van Life. These are people that live in RVs and live in their houses or live in their cars and all that stuff. And sending a message to the man real quick, letting him know we are live. Wouldn't it suck if he stood us up? We're all waiting on him now. Maybe it's just a big joke. Maybe that whole thing where it's like, yeah, man, let's get this done really meant let's play a joke on Brandon and not show up. He'll show up. He's cool. Yeah, I have always been a RATT fan myself, Daniel. Absolutely. I remember RATT, and I'm going to say all this stuff before we get him on. RATT was one of those influential bands. I think I discovered RATT, Twisted Sister, and Wasp all at the same time. And that's all that I played. And I think Ronnie James Dio was in there, of course. Dokken, of course, came a little bit after. I mean, Def Leppard and Motley Crue, of course. But they were so popular that it was just too much everywhere. I was always into like the slightly, not that RATT wasn't popular. They were everywhere, but they weren't like Motley Crue, Def Leppard levels. You know what I mean? It wasn't oversaturated for me. So like today I could listen to Round Around and be like, yeah, this is awesome. But I remember my fondest RATT memory as a kid was, oh, I'm glad the live stream's looking good. Thank you, Terry. My favorite RATT, I remember I think I got home from school and MTV was everything back then, wasn't it? It was absolutely everything. There's nobody that's watching this about the singer of RATT that didn't watch MTV back in the day. There's just no way. We all did, and it was like morning to night and Headbangers Ball even later on the weekends. So I remember turning on the TV and I was just on my couch. It was in Gibraltar, Michigan. I'm from Detroit. And I just saw this little kid and a little clown. I'm going, oh, this is a new video. What is this? And there's that Lay It Down. He was Lay It Down, or wasn't You're in Love, right? It was Lay It Down, I'm pretty sure. And it was just like, and I remember this jump. I remember like every chill, every nerve end just stood up. Like every goosebump I had goosebumps. And I just remember standing on the couch, jumping up and down, going freaking crazy. And it was just the greatest thing ever. That whole Invasion album was just gospel to me. Yeah, we may talk about that, Daniel. I mean, it's not a new thing. It's been around for a while. It's not my place to talk about his health or anything like that. All I can tell you is that when we were filming the documentary Nothing to Lose, I could barely keep up with him. Okay, granted, I was carrying a 30-pound camera and walking backwards a lot, but I could barely keep up with the guy. He was so excited to visit those old places and see all that fun stuff that it was rough keeping up with him. So again, it is 3:00. Did I get my time zones wrong? I hope not. No, it's right. He's in Vegas right now, so I'm in Colorado. It's 4 here. It's 3 there. So we're right. He said slightly after 3:00, but I don't mind talking to you people until he's ready. We're dealing with rock stars, man. This is what they do. You know what I mean? What do you guys got, man? Don't make me plug. Don't make me plug, because I will plug all day long if I can. Boom. There it is. See that right here? That right there is a plug. That is how you get a Sci TV. Let me give you a little history about a Sci TV. A Sci TV is a streaming television network, just like Netflix, just like Hulu, just like Amazon Prime. No, we're not corporately owned. We are the mom and pop shop of streaming television. And we built this thing. It's a family run business. You could say veteran run business, ours in the Army, whatever you want to say. All those little sweet little taglines that make people go, oh, well, maybe I'll get it. All of that stuff. I in 2014 conceptualized this whole thing and started filming shows. I used to be a pro wrestler and own a pro wrestling organization, which is possibly the reason for all of these wrestling shows. And I had all the cameras, had all the equipment and stuff like that, and just wanted to do fun shows. A lot of them were supposed to feature the wrestlers that were working for my promotion. So basically, we sat and came up with a Sci TV. And sorry, I'm doing like 15 things at once while telling the story of my life here to complete strangers. Hi, complete strangers. So yeah, it started off in we actually launched 2015 in July 15th, 2015. And it was like when we launched, we had 10 shows and they were all absolutely terrible. I mean, just the worst stuff. I cringe when I think of the stuff that I used to put on this network, but we needed content. Originally, we were going to be a network for people to just show off their talents and have a platform for it. We had a person doing makeup. We had people doing different commentaries. We had all kinds of fun stuff that was just terrible. A lot of it was just one camera stuff. We had a guy making a drink like, oh, today I'm going to make a sangria or something. And then we started getting into like shows like Hellscream Inc., which was about which is coming back to a Sci TV pretty soon, which was all about just a haunted house and running a haunted attraction. And then we did like Go the Read That, which is the show that I host, where I just go around getting fat all over the country and eating things. We've been everywhere from Katz's Deli in New York City to Philippe the Original in Los Angeles and everywhere in between. So there's lots of that on the Sci TV. And then we just kept adding shows like Best Day Ever, Lost in America, Sparkle Nation, and all these amazing homegrown talents like Chantel Danga from A Call to Adventure, Hillary Harris from The Drink, and Ricky from that Vegas show, Eddie from New York Ham. There's so many different homegrown talents that we have. But then we started hanging out with like Amy Duma, Lita from WWE. We started doing the UFO show with her. And do I know Jack Koshik? That sounds familiar, and I don't know why. Who is Jack Koshik, James? I have absolutely no idea who that is. Nice, cute dog, too, by the way. Let's give him a call real quick.
Your call has been forwarded.
Ooh, man. That's not a good sign. Giving you some false advertising. I'm sure the guy will come through, man. He always does. I literally talked to him an hour and a half ago. I can just call his lady too, you know. This is all live, by the way. I don't care to edit stuff out. It's not my gimmick. I would rather keep all this in because I think it's funny, to be honest with you, for some reason. Maybe Stephen took a nap. It is early for rock stars, man. 3 o'clock. No, I don't know him, Brian. I don't know who that is, actually. The name sounds familiar. Wow, the big blow off, man. If we don't get him on here, then I'm just gonna have to erase this and pretend it never happened. Oops. It's really weird when you put your phone by the interface down here or this computer, you get this really loud buzzing noise. Did that show up out there? Goodness. How embarrassing. I haven't been stood up in a long time. When's the last time you've been stood up? Thanks for doing this. What's going on with you guys real quick? Priest says yes. I'm actually going to be seeing Judas Priest on the 29th. What day is it today? In 3 days? Really? Is it that coming up soon? Yeah, I've texted him a few times, brother. Trust me. I don't think this is Judas Priest that's saying yes, but I just thought I would share that fact. My son's favorite band is called Sabaton. Has anybody heard of Sabaton? And he introduced them to me. I've never heard of Sabaton before. It's like Nordic metal rock, and I'm just happy that he's not listening to rap or anything like that, to be honest with you. looked online. I said, oh, I wonder if Sabaton's on tour. It'd be kind of cool to take him out to one of his first concerts. I think definitely his first real concert. He used to see me play, but he don't remember that because he was so damn young. But yeah, they're coming with Judas Priest. I'm like, well, perfect. That's good for him and it's good for me. And we'll just go out and hang out with Judas Priest for that. I'm actually trying to get, my son has a travel show on SciTV where I'm trying to get him to interview Sabaton and maybe sneak into the Priest area as well and say, hey there, Mr. Rob Halford. Can we get an interview, sir? Anyway, we're only 10 minutes late. We're going to keep this going too, man. What bands did I play in? I played in a band called One-Eyed Buffalo with my my best friend of 21 years, David Lukasik, who actually unfortunately passed away 2 years ago. So it's the one thing that me and Stephen have in common. Our best friends were our guitar players and they both left us. We have talked about that. The you could find stuff on Apple Music, iTunes, whatever. I think there's one album up there. The cool thing about it is, and it's not cool, but at all, but the only good thing about Dave passing away a couple of years ago was the fact that he left me enough music because I sing and play drums, and then he does everything else and basically writes all the music, and I put stuff over it. But he left me so much stuff that I can put out another album, at least another album. And we've been kind of doing a little bit of One-Eyed Buffalo here stuff. You can find stuff here on YouTube. It's just a little bit here and there. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm not really sweating it too much. I think it's funny. Again, I got on here a little early so I could talk to some people and build up a little bit of a crowd. This is called suspense, man. This is why there's opening acts in concerts. Okay? This is why a horror movie slowly builds up. And then you get the murders and the axe murders and the violence and the blood and the death. Yeah, that's what he's doing to us. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. He'll check his phone any minute now and go, oh, or something's not working. I don't see any people in the room ready to come on. So, yeah. What can you do, man? Seriously. So when I'm looking down, that's just me texting them and saying, hello. That's exactly what I'm saying. Hello, with some ha-has behind it. Because if you put some ha-has behind it, then it's funny, right? It's not as serious. It's not like, come on, you're killing me right now. No, it's hey, hello, are you out there? Hello, ha-ha. I mean, there's other people we can reach out to real quick. Let me see. I know this is the most boring stuff ever. Oh, I told you, man, I'm the opening act. That's what it is. I mean, he's the headliner. I'm the opening act. Yes, they make you wait. But also, we never did settle on a time. He said after 3. It's definitely after 3. It's 15 minutes after 3. So he'll be. I'm not worried about it. I am reaching out to some other people here real quick though to have some fun with. And I'm still figuring out this whole thing because I do this through a program called StreamYard, and it goes automatically to our Facebook page. It goes automatically to our YouTube page. And yep, there's my big dumb face on there. We're doing good on there. I don't need that open, but we're doing okay right now. Yeah. What's up, Caesar? What is that? Is that a fist? Is that you punching me in the face because I haven't heard from Stephen yet? It says delivered, so he hasn't read the message yet, which makes me a little concerned that our friend Stephen may have taken a nap. And no fap in the house? What does no fap in the house mean? Oh, no, is that you? Are you NoFap? I thought NoFap is when you're not, because fapping is that, right? I mean, it's StreamYard is very, yes. I'm learning it. This is literally the first time he got hot on the roulette table. He is in Vegas, man. I'm a little worried about that now that you said that. RATT in 83. Where did that take place at? Fast Plastic. What is that too? Is that like your business? Or is that your nickname? Like everyone used to call me Fast Plastic. It's pretty cool because all of the comments from YouTube and Facebook all go into this little stream. This is a really cool format. If you're going to be doing something like this, like a little meeting or whatever it is, then by all means use StreamYard, because I'm pretty impressed with this. And the cool thing is also I have the opportunity to show you stuff like this. Boom! If you haven't seen the full stream, Stephen Pearcy ROCKumentary, which he made me call it, it's on Asai TV. If you've only seen the stuff that's on YouTube, the little sneak peeks and commercials and stuff like that, then you haven't seen anything yet. That's literally just the first 20 to 30 minutes of it. And there's so much more, man. We go inside the whiskey, backstage at the whiskey. We are all over the whiskey, and which is cool because I've always wanted to sing there. I've always wanted to play there myself. Never got to because just geographical stuff, and I don't live in LA, it just never got out there. But I got to do it with a camera in my hand. So, bucket lists are they're transformable. You can move it around a little bit, but I still got to do my thing there. And yeah. But there's so much, man. We got to talk to his whole band, the Rat Bastards, Eric and Wilsey, and the bass player, what the hell's his name? The drummer is everybody in this band, and we got to see some of the stuff from his live stream and his live music on there. It's just a cool thing. Special guests. You haven't seen anything yet if you've only seen the sneak peeks that we put out there. Oh, I get away for a second. Now I got all of these. I appreciate that there, Terry. Do another poll. All right. Let's do another poll here. How do I do another? I got to go back on YouTube, don't I? I got to be careful because if I miss super chats, then I'm a jerk. Okay, I'm going to do a poll. Here we go. Just to pass the time. I don't know how to do another poll. What in the world? How do I get rid of that poll and then do another poll? I am not good at this stuff. I need a person. Okay, in poll. Boom. 59% of you have not seen Nothing to Lose on Asai TV, and that is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And you have to get Asai TV now. Follow the directions at the bottom. Here's a poll. Favorite Rat song? Yes, I think I spelled favorite wrong. No, okay. Oh crap! You don't get to put in whatever you like. I have to. Let me see. I'm gonna say album because that's easier. Out of the Cellar, which I think I have right behind me back there. Or Invasion of Your Privacy. Or Reach for the Sky. I'm having a brain fart right now. Is it Dance 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 or Shame? It's Dance Dance Dance, right? Dance Dance. What the hell's the other? Oh, they're only giving me that many. That's all I get. That's not a very good poll thing they have on here. Not at all. But I put it up anyway. You get back to my StreamYard because that's way better. All right. Best debut of a podcast ever. This is my fault for wanting to do this live. Maybe this could be like one of those blooper things, like where people like epic fail type things, you know? I'm reaching out to some people that you all know very well. One guy doesn't want to do it because his hair doesn't look good right now. That is such an 80s metal thing to say. Absolutely. Oh, it was Dancing Undercover. Oh, God damn it. I think my favorite RATT song, to be honest with you, I mean, Lay It Down, Lack of Communication, Way Cool Jr. I actually like Shame, Shame, Shame. But Steven's got some really good solo stuff. You guys heard the solo stuff yet? It is absolutely fantastic. That's the last nice thing I'm going to say about him until he gets on here. All right, man. I'm dying a slow death here. Yeah, never do these things live, man. Never. Because honestly, if it wasn't live, I could just cut it right now and be like, hey, boom, there he is, right? Or it just didn't happen at all. Like none of my other podcasts are live. That shit's recorded. Let me tell you that right now. What questions do you guys got, man? We got to fill some time. Body talk, yes. You know, by filming this stuff and being at his rehearsals and all that stuff, I fell in love with a couple other songs that, like I'm Insane. I completely forgot about that song, to be honest with you. I always thought that was, you're from Scotland. All right. It's an international affair now. There is a Scottish bakery in Detroit, Michigan that I grew up eating at. You guys have the best damn food. Even haggis is like the best thing in the world, man. Yeah, live is better when they show up. I'm gonna start talking smack. He's probably watching this right now. I'm gonna start talking some major smack. I'm kidding. I would never do that. And you look a lot like Clint Eastwood too. Arcade was a very, very underrated band. Another member of Arcade actually is on my messaging right now. But I'm falling victim to rock stardom right now, man. I'm telling you. Maybe. We might have to come back to this. Because I'm not a big fan of false advertising, you know. It makes me feel a little bad. Back for more kicks ass. Warren, you know, it's a lot of stuff I'm not going to tell you because it's personal conversations, but I get asked a lot as if I'm anything to do with RATT, but by releasing this documentary, we get so many comments, like 99% wonderful comments, 1% absolutely terrible, stupid people. So I'm trying to read your stuff here. Anyways, I get asked a lot, like, did you hear when RATT's coming back? RATT's out. They're touring right now. They've just done shows. Yes, it's only Juan and Stephen, but you know, the name of the band is RATT. Now, I know you mean, when are you getting the original people together? And that's a question that every single person asks Stephen, because a lot of people want to know. I get it. I'm not going to ask him that because I don't think he knows. And it's one of those things where there's a lot of people in different stages of their life that I'm sure they all want to. I'm sure they all have eventual plans to. It's what they're best known for. But timing is 5 guys, not to mention management and legal stuff and all that. Putting 5 guys in the same room, especially rock stars, is it's hurting cats. Okay, there's a lot that goes into this. There's a lot of backstage stuff that is just we can't comprehend it as fans. Okay, we just go, well, why don't they just get back together and do some RATT songs? I'll buy a ticket. It's not that easy, man. I wish it was. Trust me, I would love to see the remaining members with Carlos from Quiet Riot as well. I'd love to see that band get back together and do some great stuff. I'd like to be on the road with them filming another episode of this. It might happen. We don't know. And I don't think he knows right now. So it's one of those things where none of us are living forever, man. He says this in the documentary. None of us are living forever. So getting action here. Let me try a different route here. But yeah, nobody would like to see them get back together more than I would. View to a Thrill and Smash are indeed, Pamela, great albums. And I know he's been recording and going through all the legal stuff. And yeah, it's going to be great, man. I've heard some of the new stuff. You Only Live Twice, very James Bond inspired song off of View to a Thrill. That song is just stuck in my damn brain. It comes and goes, but it gets stuck in the head quite a bit. It's a good thing I advertised this too, huh? Thank you, Debbie Miller, for loving the doc. You're talking about the documentary, right? Not your like personal family doctor. It's a bad joke, but I'm a dad, and that's what I do. Yeah, when we walked in, that was a surprise. I would love to talk about this with Stephen, but that was a surprise because nobody saw it. Like when we walked in, it's like this huge RATT logo, like in the garage at his old mom's house, and that lady was really cool. I get a lot of comments on these sneak peek videos. I get a lot of comments about how hot she was, and she was really, really a good looking woman. Not trying to objectify her whatsoever, but she was also very nice. And she never put it together that like it said RATT, like big letters on her wall in there. Maybe it was just a fan that drew it, but she kept it up. And I don't think Steven saw it. Christy didn't see it. I didn't see it. My assistant didn't see it. Nobody saw it except for she pointed it out to us, and then there it was. And it just a big letter. I guess Steven's brother drew it is what I assumed from what he said. And it was just there, and I'm holding the camera, I'm like walking around and everything, and it just made for such a nice moment. It was really cool. There it is. And then his handwriting with just weird numbers and key signatures and things like that were on the wall. Stickers from his stepfather's Air Force career were also like on the windows of that garage. And you're talking 30 years after he lived there. So that's just insane stuff right there. Had the same little lightning bolt that his brother put out in front of the car hop, and the same mailbox, and just all these different things. A lot of the stuff in the house was moved around, but we're going to be filming some Top Field drag stuff, James, in Vegas, I do believe, at the end of October. I'm not 100% on it yet. I'm never 100% on anything. as you can tell, because his face isn't like right here right now. But yeah, there's definitely more stuff that we've been talking about, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. I don't think that lady's given up that house whatsoever. Right? She seemed very happy there. And her husband's brother were huge RATT fans. So that I'm sure is still being talked about. And I'm hoping we actually get to get a hold of her, because I want them to be able to see the documentary. Yeah, he was blown away. He was blown away. And a lot of times that was an emotional little moment for Stephen, especially. But feeding off of his emotions, it was also emotional for the rest of us. Just being in the bedroom with him, where his mom's room, and his mom passed away in the room and all. I don't want to talk about that stuff with him, so we can talk about it before he gets on. If he gets on, if he doesn't, I apologize. Send Stephen an email and say, hey, you forgot something. But yeah, just being in that room, it was just me and him. I was holding the camera. It was one of those things for me. It was a little awkward because it's a personal moment for him, but I didn't want to miss it. I really thought that needed to be captured. Originally, he was in there for a little bit, a few minutes, just having a conversation. And I just asked him as nice as I could. I said, hey, can I get a word? And so that's my style of filming. This isn't about me, but that's just how I do it. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Give me a word. What do you got? That's literally the only things I ever say to anybody. None of this was scripted out. We didn't know this person. We literally knocked on the door. We didn't clear anything ahead of time. He went up and knocked on the door. What you're seeing is absolutely real. It's not like all these other bullshit documentaries and reality shows and all that stuff. We were actually just walked up, knocked on the door. Thankfully, that lady was amazing. And yes, listen, I know the word current is spelled wrong. I know that. Yes, you can go back and laugh at me for it. I've been doing this for decades. Okay. It's my first mistake that's ever gotten through me, gotten through Steven, gotten through Christy, gotten through other people that I let watch it. Nobody caught that, where it says current house owner. We didn't even know her name. And I was holding out until I was trying to find her name to see what it was. And yeah, I screwed up. Okay. I messed up. I misspelled one word. Okay. And it will be fixed as soon as I can get around to fixing it. It will only take a couple hours to do it. Let's see what, if it goes straight to voicemail again. I don't want to keep telling all these stories without them. Oh, you'll be in Vegas in the pit. I'll probably see you there, man. Make sure you look me up. I'll have this or a similar shirt following Stephen around. Wow, man. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to happen at this point. At 15 after, I was like, oh, but we're like a half hour after now. So I'm a little concerned about that. And hopefully we will make it up to you real soon. I'm going to hang on for a little bit longer. I've told him it'd be a 15-minute interview, and I said I'd only do this for an hour and a half tops. It's already 50 minutes. So thank you guys for hanging around. If you don't want to sit here, and if you got any questions about the filming of Nothing to Lose, by all means, please ask. Thank you again. Answer the phone, Stephen, right? Answer the phone, Stephen. We want to talk to you. I'm still thinking maybe the time. I know I screw this up all the time. The time of, because I'm not getting any response from him or his or Christy, his wife, or anybody at all connected to them, which is just really weird, since I literally just talked to him about 2.5 hours ago. So let's hope everything's all right, and he pops up here any minute, because that would be very, very cool. But you never know when things happen. Never know what's going on. I will never say a bad word about the man. I'm very grateful that he's with the Asai TV family. Yeah, what else here? What do you guys got? What is this one? Listen, I work with some of the biggest YouTubers and they misspell words on purpose. The interaction in the YouTube comments, oh, dude, that's a very good idea. So we'll spell his name Stven and watch everybody lose their mind about it. So yeah, you are right. I got like, the funny thing is, like, out of the hundreds of thousands and literally hundreds of thousands of watches the clips got on YouTube, 3 people mentioned it. So it didn't just get by me. Okay. It got by a lot of you as well. Yeah. So like I said, I was waiting to find out her real name, the owner of the house. And at the very last second, I just put in current house owner and I just screwed the pooch on that one. Where can I purchase the documentary? I'd love to watch it in its entirety over and over again at my leisure. That's easy, brother. It's only $5 on a side TV. Let me show you right now. Boom, here we go. There it is. That's where it's available. It's available in literally, I think, over 200 million homes right now. It's available in every home with the Wi-Fi signal. If you just go to, where's it at? SciTV.com. Now it's available at like 30 or 40 million homes there, 30 or 40 million homes there, and like 50 or 60 million homes here. And I think even more than that now. I think Roku's actually over 100 million. These are like 3-year-old numbers I gave you. So by all means, please go check it out. It's only $5. You can, I think, here's how this works. And I don't really like talking about our business, but I filmed it, I produced it, and along with them, and I get first crack at selling it through my channel, Asai TV. And Asai TV, if you don't know already, is like a Netflix. It's like a Hulu, but it's the mom and pop shop of streaming television. We film all of our own shows, and we film them in every corner of the country. And then we got some like super famous pro wrestlers. We've got Stephen Pearcy, and we've got literally a litany of names that are coming up, household names that we're going to be doing shows with. I'm not going to drop them because I'm not a name dropper, and I don't like promoting things that don't happen, like a podcast that says somebody's going to be on it and then they don't show. I'll show you, man. I've sent him the link 3 times. Okay. It's not just, and it says delivered. It doesn't say read. So I'm expecting at any second now. How is Stephen's health? Okay. And I'll talk about it. Why not? I was going to mention a little something about it with him. I'm not best friends with Stephen. I know him very well through filming this. I think, so I mean, he's a very prideful person. When he was first diagnosed, he finished his tour dates. Okay, he's going through chemo, and he's finishing his tour dates. That is the kind of person he is. So if he's sick, he's not going to tell you. Okay, you're not going to know. He's just that kind of prideful person, and he's a freaking rock star, dude. I mean, it's a term that's thrown around loosely, but this is a legitimate rock star. He's going to finish his dates. If he can walk and if he can yell into a microphone, he's going to. When I was filming this documentary, and I already said this, I could barely keep up with him. His spirits were high. He's clean and sober too, man. I know a lot of people in these comments are like, "Oh, he's on drugs and all." No, dude, he's still dealing with the liver cancer, whatever. It's not my place to talk about this stuff, but all I can tell you is from personal. Have you seen the videos? Go to his YouTube page and watch the videos of his concerts from like a week ago. The guy sounds as good as he's ever sounded. He's on stage. You know how hard it is to stand on stage for an hour and a half. It's not an easy thing to accomplish. Okay. So he's healthier than us. Okay. I don't even know how old he is. It doesn't matter. He's healthier than all of us. He's partied hard, and he admits it in the documentary. For those of you who just watched the sneak peeks, you didn't get to see the good stuff yet, okay? You didn't get to see him talking about this. You didn't get to see him talking about Robin and everything, which is, yes, Robin was mentioned in the movie, and you could tell from body language and just how he acted that he misses that guy. And losing him was probably one of the worst things that ever happened in his life, obviously. And it sucks because the RATT thing will never be complete again. They could get the original members back, the remaining members or whatever, but it's never going to be the same, and he knows that. And he's having success by himself. He doesn't really need the RATT thing. So, but yeah, he does talk about Robin for a little bit. I think we could have talked about him more. When you're asking questions, when you got, your one of your childhood idols sitting in front of you on your camera with your lights on them, it's you got to walk a certain line. I pushed to talk about the cancer stuff. I pushed a little bit because this is his chance to talk about it, and I think he was ready. So, I had to push that line. I didn't want to push too much about Robin because you don't know. Like if someone asked me all the questions in the world about my old guitar player, Dave, who passed away 2 years ago, it would be a little, it depends on what I'm trying to accomplish. But if we do get to film another episode of Nothing to Lose, I think that I will definitely get some more Robin involved in there. There's a lot of Robin in there. There's a lot of old stuff from Robin. There's a lot of him talking about it. So yeah, he's sounding great. He really is, Debbie. Watch those old videos. They're a week old. Watch some of the videos on his page and just look it up. What it says, Robin used to walk his Rottweiler dogs looking to score down my street when I lived in Hollywood. I'm hoping you mean score with like women. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. I really do feel bad that I'm hoping everything's okay, no emergencies or anything like that. And hey, man, we're all late for shit. We're all late for stuff. I have no idea who Tribute Wars is. I know a lot of kick-ass tribute bands. Almost 40 years later, and RATT's music still gets my heart racing and adrenaline pumping. I recently heard You Only Live Twice for the first time, and I was blown away. Stephen's vocals were perfect. I agree, Kenneth. Did that sound like Casey Kasem a little bit? Do I sound like Casey Kasem? I'm starting to hear my Casey Kasem coming out of me a little bit. Okay, we got more viewers now than we've had for the entire podcast, and what a great time for him to show up. Give him one more text. I told him all his fans are waiting on him. Maybe that'll. If it's just me waiting on him, who cares? I said the fans are waiting. The fans are demanding, man. We're gonna riot. We're gonna tear this place apart, man. What are we gonna grab here? I'm gonna break this Starbucks mug that I talked about earlier, and find something in your house to break. Film yourself doing it. I'll make a compilation. We'll send it to Stephen. I have a good announcer's voice. Well, thank you there, Brian. I appreciate that. Yes, I imagine chemo sucks. Hopefully, very few of you, if you haven't already, ever have to. It's 11:45 in Scotland from Ragman, and he's online. All right, man. Actually, his wife Christy, I think, handles a lot of that stuff. I don't think he's staring at his phone. Yeah, Ragman's got to get to bed here pretty soon, Stephen. Have I ever worked in radio? Kind of. But I know that if I needed to work in radio, by all means, I could work in radio. This is so confusing. Somebody should tell him, hey, you doing that podcast? It's a guy up there who's visually sweating it out up there. It did say after 3, and I did start at 3, and that's Pacific time. Talked about some label stuff, some Geico stuff. Yeah, I mean, here we are. What are my thoughts on Infestation? I think without exaggeration, it was one of the top 4 records. Let's put that up there so I can read it big time. I didn't even want to believe when it came out how good it was. Is that that's the newest album, right? With Eat Me Up Alive and all that stuff. Is that right? Because I love that song. Absolutely adore that song. And it's just cool to it's just cool when bands that you listened to 30 plus years ago at this point, I mean, come out with new stuff just to see, like, what have you been doing this whole time? And what would, like, some bands you're never going to get that from. You're never going to get another Beatles album. You're never going to get another Doors album. You're never going to get, for various different reasons, albums from a lot of your favorite bands, but you could get another RATT album. You could. I mean, the Pearcy album's coming out next, and I can't wait to listen to it. I've heard some things. The coolest part of filming this whole documentary for me was at his house, up in his office. This is when he was living in Los Angeles. Listening to unreleased RATT songs and listening to some of the new stuff and letting him listen to some of my music, which was crazy, that he cared enough to do it. So yeah, it's just, there's going to be another Pearcy album. Hopefully there's another RATT album. If there's not, then you've got Pearcy albums. You've got, a lot of unreleased stuff. You can go back to Mickey RATT and listen to some of the stuff that Mickey RATT had. It's all Pearcy. It's all good. It's all written by Pearcy. I'm telling you, there's plenty of stuff out there that you probably don't even know about. I see the word bad rap, so I'll definitely well, thank you. I think Irish dude just called me ugly. That's fine. Let's see. What did you say? Well, I'm sure you're an extremely handsome man yourself, and that's fine. I never claimed to be George Clooney over here, It's whatever. Now, is George Clooney even good looking anymore? Who knows? Back to the bad rap. I really hate the bad rap 80s bands. Oh, I thought you meant like bad rap music, which is like my least favorite thing in the world. No, 80s bands. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Because like 70s bands and 60s are acclaimed. They're just, and even some 80s bands are just completely acclaimed to where they're like legendary and stuff like that. But you get a band like RATT or Quiet Riot or Twisted Sister just because they had crazy hair and, wore makeup and just outlandish, colorful stuff for MTV. Man, like, why isn't RATT in the Hall of Fame? Is Motley Crue in the Hall of Fame? Not that the Hall of Fame means anything. It's literally, I mean, any like Hall of Fame or like presentation type of ceremony like that charges the people to come, that's a little weird to me. That's just weird to me. Like, oh yeah, we're going to induct you into the Hall of Fame. By the way, it's $2,000 for a table placing for you and your family too. Yeah. That just makes no sense to me. But like, if there was a legitimate RATT or a legitimate Hall of Fame, like, why wouldn't RATT be on there? Why wouldn't Twisted Sister and Quiet Riot and Dio and just all of these amazing talents from the 80s and 90s, even 70s? Why wouldn't they be in there? It just kind of makes no damn sense. Meanwhile, you've got, like, I don't even want to talk about who's in the Hall of Fame. But should not be in the Hall of Fame, especially the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It kind of sucks because they opened up the term rock and roll to like all music. I think it's like Madonna's in the Hall of Fame, Public Enemy's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, they should be in a Hall of Fame for their genres, but don't put them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because that's rock and roll. Plenty of rock and roll bands out there that are not in this Hall of Fame. What do we got here? Was the rat photo with the big rat attached electrified to the wires an album cover? I don't think it was. No, that was just a t-shirt. And I had that t-shirt. I had the white t-shirt with the black sleeves, and I've been looking for that damn thing ever since. Not the shirt that I had. There's no way it would fit right now. But I've been looking to buy it anywhere, and I can't find it online. So if you do, Jake James, go ahead and send me what the hell is going on with your profile picture too? My goodness, there's a lot of questions I have. There's a lot going on there, a lot to unpack. But yeah, I don't think that was an album. If it was like one of the greatest hits albums, or RATT Essentials or something like that. I don't think Thin Lizzy is in the Hall. They might be though. I don't keep up anymore. It's I just don't care anymore. Yeah, as soon as you start letting Snoop Dogg and just whomever into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's not a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame anymore. It's a Music Hall of Fame, which is fine. I mean, I don't have problems with the success that these people made. They've made more money than I have in music for sure. But if they put RATT into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, people would lose their damn minds. We don't lose our minds. We just go, oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the theme song, Nothing to Lose, that's just, God, it's that hook in the chorus, the song by Arcade is just absolutely fantastic. What did you guys think of the new, I know Stephen was just recently at the Guns N' Roses concert in Vegas. What did you guys think of the new Hard School, the song Hard School by Guns N' Roses? I didn't like it at first, and then I heard it the second time, and I liked it a little more, and then now I really like it. I kind of really like the new Guns N' Roses song. So anyways, man, I do not think Steven's going to show up for my date. I'm in a prom dress. I have a big flower. I spent a lot of money on this dress. I'm standing at the door looking out the window. I've not seen his car pull up. And what if I can hold this against him somehow? What can I get out of him? Maybe like he's already sent me a free shirt. He sent me like this nice care package of stuff, which was very nice of him. Not to mention when I was there, he gave me all these pictures and like RATT things. And I'm just like, thanks. Like, you don't have to do that. But the one thing that that I really wanted, Steven carries around this little, like, it's like a scent. It's like lemongrass scent. It's a little dabber that he just dabs on everybody's wrists. And he dabbed it on mine and my assistant and everybody else in the room when we were backstage at the Whiskey filming. And it smelled really good. And anybody else, if they did that, we'd be like, what are you doing? Get away from me. But for some reason, I was like, oh, here, this, whatever, Mr. Pearcy. Yeah, I totally stood up, Deborah. I know. I apologize. I hope you don't take it out on me, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. I think we've had some good conversations, and you never know. At the very last second, he might pop up. Or not. Who knows? Yeah, I can't even get a hold of Christy or anybody. This is really weird. To talk to somebody so recently. Man, I hope nothing bad happened. I'm telling jokes and stuff. I'm really not that upset. I'm a little bummed out because I really want to ask him some questions, and I'm bummed out more for you guys. But yeah, I'm hoping everything's all right, man. I'm not the type to just sit there and automatically worry about stuff, but we are an hour late now. So maybe he's confused about the time. Maybe he thinks like now is almost, I don't know. I'm trying to make excuses. But anyways, what the hell was I talking about? We were not able to get Warren DeMartini or Juan on the documentary. Juan, he's in RATT. He's right next to Stephen all the time, but there's a lot to unpack there. Warren, I would love to. I've actually, my band, One Eyed Buffalo, which I mentioned earlier, we opened up for RATT 3 times when they had Warren and I think they had Jizzy Pearl singing the whole time. And it was, oh, wait, here we go. What do we got here? All right, man. Our dreams are coming true, right? All right, here we go. He was at the lake. I hope he's got a nice tan. And I think we'll have him on here pretty soon. Take a break from your comments here, and we'll get back to him in just a second. Let's see what he's got to say. I just told him that the fans are still waiting. You're all standing. You're chanting his name. You know, the real tragedy of this whole thing is I had to lock up my cat. My poor cat is in my in a room over there. The reason I had to lock her up because she meows through everything. I do a lot of voiceover work. I do obviously all the TV stuff. I do quite a few interviews. I have the Brandon Bishop podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Now we got this. My cat talks over everything. I got to the point where I don't even try to mask it anymore. But for this, I wanted to put her away because otherwise she'd be crawling everywhere on my lap, on my keyboard, meowing. And it's not just like a meow. No, it's like a like she hates her life type of meow whenever I'm not paying full 100% attention to her. So anyways, and now we're back to not hearing from him. But hey, apologies. I was at the lake. Ha. Okay, so I guess we'll just sit here and wait a little bit longer. Like I said, man, he's a freaking headliner, man. He's late to the party, but he's the most important guy in the room. Y'all waited. There's more people watching now than there has been the entire time. So it's either the fact that you wanted to see if it panned out, or you're just mesmerized by my voice and my interactions here. Which one is it? I should make that a poll, right? What do we got here? Drum roll, please. Excellent. Yes. Thank you there, Irish guy, for doing some work. Irish badass. You're an Irish badass. We got people from Scotland, and are you actually from Ireland, or are you just... Warren is more like a family man, didn't have time for RATT no more. Yeah, but I think he will. I think he will. Have you started filming second episode of documentary yet, Brandon? P.S. He was on Instagram 40 minutes ago. I got one of those. You got one of the... That's what I was talking about. The scent rollers, man. He gave my Heather, my assistant, he like gifted one of them, and he gave us these cool little gifts. I have them all on my... You can't see the shelf back there, but I have all my... This whole place is like surrounded by road memorabilia and fun stuff like that. But yeah, the scent roller thing was just, I saw it and I'm like going, that's just the coolest thing ever. Like, I want to be that guy that can go into a room and be like, okay, you all stink. Here's a bunch of lemongrass and smell better, please. And he gave it to her. And I still give her crap about it. I'm going to steal it. I'm sure it's dried up and not even working at this point, but I'm going to steal the damn thing. Michigan, where you at? I'm from Detroit. I got to keep an eye on the invite thing. I got to keep an eye on this window, keeping an eye on my phone, keeping an eye on this. But one-man band over here, brother. The cat needs to make a cameo, yes. But that would require me getting up and walking over there, opening the doors, and then you'd see that I'm not wearing pants. So See, these are, we do get, you can't do anything anymore in any form of life. This whole nothing to lose thing is, it's a very positive thing. Yes, we talk about, illness. We talk about drugs. We talk about death, with Robin. We talk about a lot of different things, a lot of hardship and struggles. But overall, it's a very positive story. It ends the most positive way possible. And that's why I want you all to see it, because you've only seen the beginning of the documentary. But no matter what you do, no matter how positive you are, you always get shitbags. That's 15 minutes I'll never get back. Like, okay, from let's say your name, Kid Wicked 99. Okay, you're a douche. And then here's the thing, man. We've got almost 1,000 comments just on the preview, and they're all positive. And then we get maybe 20 or 30 just stupid people. And I hope you're watching, Kid Wicked 99. I hope you're watching. Why? Does that make you feel better? Does that make you feel better to put other people's work down, to put other people's stories down? Tell us about you. Get on here right now. Go ahead. And get on here while we're waiting on Stephen, and hopefully he shows up. Hopefully he didn't go back to the lake. Did it make you feel better? Did it? Because I don't think it does. I think you're an angry person who has no talent, no life, no direction, and you just see somebody out there like Stephen who does have a life. He's a legend. He has a legendary story. You got someone like me who busts his ass to tell the story. And then all you can do is go, on 15 minutes. Who are you? You're nobody. You're this right now is the most popular you've ever been. Literally, me talking about you. I'm a film producer. Who am I? That's the most popular you've ever been in your life. So I'm not going to let your negativity. You know what happens to those messages? Let me show you. Boom and boom and boom. Removed. Not because I can't take it, not because it bothers me, not because of any of that stuff, but because I don't like negativity, man. I like to keep things positive. Okay. I like to have a nice positive green light around me at all times. RATT was a big part of my life. I thank all the guys in the band for the fun times. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And cute doggo you got there. I mean, he's not getting paid for this, it's not like he had to be here at a certain time. It's not like Stephen or even myself, or a lot of you are the kind of people that can stomach punching a clock and saying, oh, I have to be here at this time. Oh, okay. I almost prefer him being late. I think it's cool. I think there's nothing more rock and roll than being late to your own party. Anyways, haters will hate. That's what they do. Yes, they do. They have nothing else going in their life. Oh, well, thank you so much. The game 28516. See right there. That cancels out anything that the naysayers have to say. Did you see the X Japan film We Are X? I don't know what that is. It sounds like porn. Is that porn, Bradosaurus? I don't watch Japanese porn. Or do I? Fashion metal. I've never heard that, actually. That's awesome. I love it. I want to be in fashion metal. It's better than hair metal. I mean, I get why they call it hair metal, because there's a lot of hair. My hair at that point was like, I used to do the Blackie Lawless thing with the white stripe in it, What do we got here? Love the documentary preview. Love RATT. Yes, the trolls suck on here. See? Look at all this compliments. This cancels out all the like, literally, I don't feel like going to count, but we had, I know on just the first preview video that we did, that we released on YouTube, we had like something like 500 comments, and they keep coming in. And I think 20 of them were just your random douchebags. So, and that guy's watching right now. I can feel it. They got me through some tough tin. You're right. It's a misspelled word, and I'm talking about it, Irish guy. Yes, we tough times. What were those tough times? I'm sure he'd like to know about it. What do we got here? Oh, it's not porn. It's a superstar Japanese visual kai band story that was wondering what you thought about it as a filmmaker. I've never seen it. So I have to scroll back up and let me see, what was it? We Are X. Oh, wait, hey, I did see something about that. I don't remember. I don't think I watched it, to be honest with you. And I'm kind of bummed now that I didn't, because I like watching things that would impress other filmmakers. Yeah, I'm just going to start telling like Rodney Dangerfield jokes here in a second. We got him. He said he was at the lake. I sent the link again. I told him lots of fans are waiting for you. Just click on the link and we can get rolling. I don't see anybody yet. So is it porn or is it? It's not porn, apparently. It's about a band or something like that. Oh, I see red. I don't think I've seen Stephen play an acoustic and sing solo in concert. The guy's actually a pretty brilliant guitar player. I think he wrote most of the songs that you know and love from RATT. At least wrote the original rhythms. I got to be in the office with him while he's just playing next to a drum machine. Okay. Ooh. I'm yawning right now. This is hard work, man. I'm under a red light. I can turn this light whatever color you'd like me to. But I like the red because I can look like Satan. Apparently, I don't know. Need some horns next time. Okay, update. You ready? Apparently, he can't do the video thing right now. But we're going to do an audio call here in a second, which I'm not set up to do an audio call. But I can hold. Oh my God, this thing is getting bad. Worst after worst. We're going to reschedule this thing. He already said we can reschedule it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe another time. I know. Hey, if this thing worked flawlessly, we would have nothing to talk about, right? Oh my goodness. It's still surreal for me as a longtime RATT fan to just be having this conversation right now. It's kind of funny. Worst comes to worst, we'll just reschedule this and do it again, and we'll keep this up. Why not? Like I said, it's actually, for me, it's really funny. I am not upset. I'm not angry or whatever. I don't get that way. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the speakerphone next to the microphone if we get the phone call. I'm just going to call the guy. If it goes straight to thing, then I think we're just good. This is so ghetto.
Your call has been.
Oh man. What are we doing? Oh, I see 3 little dots. What do we got? Oh, man. I am breaking a sweat now. So, anyway. All right. Fans said they wouldn't be angry. I do apologize. Yeah, they're chanting your name. What do we got here? Okay, he does say he apologizes. I don't think we're getting anything out of this today, and that's fine, man. We had a nice conversation. We talked about a lot of stuff. I'm going to call this part 1. And part 2, hopefully, we will have Stephen on here. And yeah. But in the meantime, if you have not watched this documentary, right here is how you do it. You get on Roku, you get on Fire, Amazon Fire, get on Apple TV, and you can go to asitv.com. Yeah, he seems exhausted right now. So I'm not going to push the guy. And like I said, no one's losing anything here. We had a nice conversation. I appreciate you guys all watching. You're still watching. There's like 54 of you on here. I know you're all probably waiting for Stephen's face to pop up. You got me on mute right now. But yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, but just gives us something to look forward to, right? This was part 1. Part 2, we will have we will get the man on there. And he did apologize like 5 times. See if he's even free tomorrow. Who knows? Like I said, it is what it is, man. I appreciate you guys all hanging on. Let's see here. I'm not angry. Things happen, and Stephen's been going through a lot. Yeah. Thanks, man. Rat and Roll. Documentary is incredible, amazing. Thank you. I love everybody. Go Packers. I am a Lions fan, unfortunately, but yeah, go Packers too, man. Anybody who can make money playing a sport. Rob Roy. I don't even know what's going on here. I'm just going through your stuff. Part 2, to be determined indeed. And looking forward to the next time. So am I. This has been fun. Thank you, Ragman. I hope you guys tune in. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that stuff that you're supposed to do, that all these YouTubers tell you to do. And we will get this thing right. And we're going to be doing these episodes every single week. And I'll find out from him when we get a chance to actually interview Stephen and get this thing done. So I do apologize. And please go to asitv.com. Find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. And it's only $5 a month, 17 cents a day, less than a cup of Starbucks coffee, less than a delicious breakfast burrito that I really want right now. And you can get hundreds of hours of TV that you didn't even know exist. We are streaming television's best kept secret. So sorry for the epic fail today. And I wouldn't lie to you. Oh, okay, no phone numbers. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm telling you. Yeah, shit happens. And it's cool. And we will pick this thing up and get this done right. I got like 5,000 emails to check now. So thank you guys all for joining, and we'll see you next time. Hit the notification, hit the like button, subscribe, all that crap, man. Just do it. Love you guys. Be safe, and take care of each other.